Doug Ford had tough words for Trump's 51st state project. And I saw that headline and I thought, is this from 6 months ago? Because actually Trump hasn't mentioned this idea in a long time. I think he alluded to it once last week in like a phone call or something. He's just sort of moved on to other things. He's busy trying to solve Middle East peace. He's busy trying to solve Ukraine-Russia peace. He's got a lot on the go. I just don't think he's paying a lot of attention to Canada right now. But Doug Ford, I guess that's all he's got going for him. So he wants to exhume that carcass and talk about it more because I guess it's polling well for him. Here's Doug Ford. Take a listen.
And I can tell you one thing, Canadians love Americans, absolutely love Americans. I have a tremendous amount of friends, close friends. As I said, I spent 20 years of my life down in Illinois, and even Republicans, they aren't too happy with what President Trump is doing. So make no mistake about it, it's not everyone else. It's one person causing these problems. Rather than put the AMCAN fortress in, a ring around America and the America and Canada, and make it the strongest, most resilient, wealthiest, safest jurisdictions in the world, he'd rather come after us. I've never seen anything like it. It's unacceptable. We will never be the 51st state. We'll always be your best friend, your closest trading partner. And again, I just want to thank all the
all right, thanks
governors.
For, you know what,
some couldn't make it.
Like he's still banging on about it. And I keep thinking, why is he doing that? He's not actually involved in the international trade discussions. That's not his jurisdiction. That's the jurisdiction of the federal government. He has no meetings at the White House or the State Department or the trade rep. No one will meet with him. I mean, he's meeting with a state governor who's a Democrat, so that's not that surprising. Someone who loves to bash Trump. So why is he mouthing off about this? And I think he was at a Unifor event in a T-shirt and he had the same thing. Can we play that one? Because that's even dumber. Do you have that clip handy? Yeah, that's the one. Here. I saw this and I thought, oh, is this from 6 months ago? Because he's using the message track from 6 months ago. Take a listen.
How many genders are there?
How many genders?
Who am I here with today?
I'm Doug Ford,
our
Premier of Ontario.
All of Canada saw when Trump said he wants to make Canada the 51st state of America. Do you remember when you first heard Trump saying this? What was your initial reaction and your initial thoughts?
Initial reaction, we will never be the 51st state. We're a resilient, strong, prosperous country.
Absolutely. How many genders are there?
How many genders? You're getting off the topic about this. I don't get into that stuff.
No, okay.
I focus for the people.
Okay. We heard today about the speed cameras. There's going to be some sort of update. There were some MPs that weren't agreeing with what you were saying. So is there any update on that?
I'm not about gouging the people. I'm about protecting the people, putting money into their pockets. Absolutely. And all these guys that are collecting a couple $100 million off the taxpayers, they didn't put one single area of traffic calming infrastructure. They're all pocketing the money. It's all about the money. That's what it's about.
Thank you so much.
Holy projection there. You know, that was a terrible interaction. I'm not going to knock the kid. He's obviously just having fun and he's used to, talking to Gen Z at Sankofa Square. But again, he loves to talk about the 51st state thing and he loves to bash Trump because I think there's still enough liberal boomers, which are Doug Ford's main support base, who love that, who eat it up. They're the kind of people who in 2025 are still wearing COVID masks. And that's sort of Doug Ford's base. He's liberal in everything but name. In fact, what really stood out to me was he was asked how many genders there are. And he said, I don't get into that stuff. You mean that stuff? You mean public policy? Because you actually are into that stuff. Ontario is full-blown transgender friendly, as in if you're a man, you can play on women's sports teams. If you're a man, you can go in a women's prison. If you're a man, you can go in a women's bathroom. So he absolutely is into all that stuff. What he's really saying is he doesn't feel that he needs to justify it or explain himself or defend his anti-women actions. When men are allowed in women's safe spaces, It is an attack on women to allow a man in a women's bathroom. I shouldn't need to say this. So absolutely, Doug Ford gets into that stuff. He just doesn't feel the need to justify himself to the mere public. Doug Ford is so gross. There are probably worse premiers in Canada, but I'm having trouble thinking of who they are right now.
By providing access to job training and support, Work First Alberta helps job seekers change their story.